name's Tyler Cormeny, and I wanted to take an opportunity to share my Takt plan with you. This is a first planner Takt plan for a project that we pursued with a client. The client's request was for 2 bid proposals. The first one was for a specified date. The second one was for a date as soon as possible. And so we prepared part of our response, a Takt plan for both bid proposals. The first one was base bid A, which you can see here on the screen, responded to the date that they requested, and I'll show you a second one for what we call base bid B as well. As we get started, Takt plan looks similar to many you've seen. We've got our milestone summary on the left, critical procurement, guidelines, rules, and goals. On the right are the work packages, and identifying the substantial completion date, again, was the date that was requested by the client. You can see the flow of the project from procurement to foundations, structure, envelope, interior build out, and then site work, elevator build out, and some other specialty equipment items. In there, we've blocked out the holidays as buffer weeks. We've created some buffers within the workflow and in these certain packages. And then again, at the end of the overall schedule, we've got some buffer weeks allowed. So this was the base bid A Takt plan, and we were able to identify for the client a roadblock, which was a critical procurement item. And so we identified that, and that was actually constraining our project from starting any sooner, was the ability to receive that material. What we looked at is a strategy of how could we look at a substitute material to allow us to move the scheduled start date ahead. And we were able to do that and illustrate it in our base bid B Takt plan. And so by removing that roadblock and substituting that material, our critical procurement item that was keeping us from starting moved forward to the structural steel procurement, which allowed the project to start 8 weeks earlier and therefore finish 8 weeks earlier, and actually had about a 6-figure number cost reduction as well. The rest of the flow and work items is exactly the same between the two schedules. The production zones, the flow of the work is exactly the same between the two schedules. These were our production zones we created for foundations and underslab, structural, as well as the interior flow of the work. We were able to illustrate how we're going to break up the building, how the work would flow through, and then the exteriors as well. Again, the flow of the work was exactly the same between the two, but being able to take advantage of having the one-page Takt plan, we're able to very quickly illustrate for the client where the roadblock was, present materials to remove that roadblock, and then show them how our project could start 8 weeks sooner than that. In a post-bid interview, we were able to take the opportunity to illustrate these and show the client these, and they fully understood what our strategy was for the project. And then since then, we've started to expand upon the Takt and add more detail with some of the critical procurement that the clients, as well as adding power on date and some other details. So as we transition from the first planner to the last planner Takt plan, we'll continue to update this, and the team is using this to get the project launched now. Thank you.